Hey everyone, this is Adrienne with founder of My Wild Magic. So I've been working with my clients lately, and one of the things that I've noticed that's been coming up recently, and it might be something also that we're sort of collectively moving through and starting to awaken about, so I think that's kind of a fascinating thing, but it's how the energy of high empaths, like people who are empathic and high empaths, that sometimes there's this low level kind of, or sometimes high level anxiety that is oftentimes part of their signature resonance. And one of the things that I have been noticing with people as I'm tuning in and working with them is that if as a child you were able to have that gift of empathy and high empathy and psychic and intuitive gifts, but yet you were not able to really use them, like in other words, maybe there was family members or people around you that were going to want to power struggle with you, fight with you, make you wrong, sometimes even aggressively, really be difficult about it. And it was always like a power struggle and you're wrong kind of thing. Or, so in that case, children who have these gifts of being high empaths wouldn't necessarily feel like going into that kind of, fight with people and that kind of, you know, um, um, experience where they were going to have to fight back with people, where it's like that. Then on the other side of the spectrum, maybe you had a parent or you had family members where their denial was fairly high, and if you tried to talk to them about it, then they would just go into denial, shut down, and shut you out, and be almost maybe neglectful or not want to talk to you. So no matter which side of the fence, kids and children who have these high sensitivities and high gifts, and if you had them but yet you weren't able to use them because it's either going to create conflict with people, causing you to maybe have to feel like you have to fight about it or power struggle, and be made wrong, which can be hurtful, or people are in denial and they don't want to talk to you and they start to shut you down or shut you out, then that's also hurtful, right? So I think a lot of people who have these like high intuitive gifts are sometimes stifling their gift. And when you take energy, particularly spirit energy and higher life force energy, and these higher gifts, which are very electrical, very magnetic, very, the heart energy, the empathic energy, the mental energy, the telepathic, the psychic energy, and you turn them in on yourself because you don't feel safe to use them, then what's happening is that you've got all this excess energy kind of like streamlining in your system. And what will happen is it will cause like this low level kind of anxiety in the background of your energy that you may have kind of had or maybe been suffering from most of your life. So what you want to do is you want to start turning that around and really, spending your time asking, I wonder what's most loving for me in this situation. And one that I've really been working on, which I really like a lot, that I've had a couple people help me with recently, is going into that connection to your own higher presence and going into the center, that energy of going into source energy, creation energy, that divine energy, and you start listening for the invaluable gifts of who you are. And when you start listening to these invaluable gifts, what happens is that you start getting more comfortable with them. And even if you just go to your higher self and you tune into your higher self and you start listening for some of these higher gifts that you have and how they're able to pierce illusions or feel what other people feel, or help out in some way, or have depth of compassion or honesty or truth, then what you want to do from there is kind of step into and embody those gifts. And these are the invaluable gifts that money can't buy, right? That have so much value to them. And there's a lot of mundane gifts, right, that we can bring people and give people, but it's the invaluable gifts that a lot of times we are shutting down from our childhood because they either would have created conflict with a person or denialism and being shut out. So this way you can get that energy recycled and moving through by starting to acknowledge and remember inside yourself, by merging with your higher self in this energy and merging with the energy, so that you can then kind of relax inside yourself and embody these gifts and feel how good it feels, and start allowing them to start flowing into your life and really doing what's most loving for you, when it comes to them. And then you'll find ways that you can actually start sharing your gifts and kind of move beyond the thought forms that you've kind of locked yourself in, that says, I can't use these gifts, that it's dangerous. And sometimes obviously this will even span back through past lives as well, where we've had gifts that we can't use. So keep in mind that this will start to heal that. So just keeping in mind that if you're having anxiety and or depression, that sometimes it's because we've turned our own life force energy against ourselves. And right now what we're talking about is where you've turned your higher spiritual life force and gifts on that level against yourself. And you just want to start becoming aware of that and opening them back up, and aligning to your own higher self and allowing your higher self to start teaching you how to use that energy. So all right, hope that was helpful. You can visit me at mywildmagic.com, and hope to talk to you soon.